everybody, hope you're having a wonderful day today. I have a review on this guitar. So you've seen me play ukulele and also this guitar in other videos, and I'm really excited to give this a separate review versus reviewing the ukulele and the guitar in tandem, because I believe that this needs its own separate video. This guitar was sent to me by aNueNue, so thank you so much for sending me this in PR. But this video is not sponsored and all of the opinions are my own, so I am not paid to say anything about this guitar. They sent it to me in hopes that I would use it and review it for you so that you could make the best decision that is right for you. This is the Bird M20 travel-sized guitar from aNueNue, made of solid African mahogany. So the back, sides, top, all solid mahogany. It has machine head tuners, rosewood bridge, buffalo bone nut and saddle. The nut width is 44 millimeters. It's strung with D'Addario EXP16 strings. It's described as a semi-gloss finish. There's no rosette. There's a rosewood binding, and it comes with a deluxe gig bag. The pocket is asymmetrical. You can fit a few things in there. You can fit a nice folder in there. That's good, or a music book. So with this gig bag, there's an extra piece of padding right here that is also removable. Keeps everything nice and snug so it doesn't shift around in the case. The guitar won't shift around in the case, that's what I mean. We have a neck cradle right here. This is adjustable, so you can adjust it to whatever point that you like. And then this strap can go over the neck, just keeping everything secure. So let's done all that. Let's see here. So everything is just really nice and snug in the gig bag. And then here, we have an extra piece of really, really thick nylon. I mean, this is industrial right here. And what that does is that when you change your strings, sometimes you get little things poking out, ends of your strings. That can rip holes in this portion of the back. So I've seen it happen before. It's happened to me a lot with my gig bags and guitars, things like that. This is really, really thick. It's just an extra step in order just to keep the case, in order to keep it nice and just keep holes from poking through here. Will this scratch and snag on, little things like this, little parts of the strings? Yeah, it could, but it's definitely not going to wear as quickly as if it didn't have it. Like if it were just this, ooh, yeah, that would rip holes in the case for sure. So this is a soft gig bag, but when I put my hand here, I can feel that there's just some sort of reinforcement in there. So it just keeps the structural integrity of the bag. It's just reinforced that much more than maybe an ordinary gig bag that you've had. Also around the sides too. So it's definitely not crush proof, but it is going to protect your instrument very well, in my opinion. This company uses naturally air-dried solid wood. So this is wood that has been stabilized for years before it's actually gone into production. It stabilizes the wood and it actually is less susceptible to the heat and humidity. Yes, you still have to monitor the moisture of this instrument, making sure that there's no fret sprout, there's no cracks, because it is an instrument made of solid wood, but because the wood is more stabilized, it's not going to shift as much and it's going to produce a clear tone, in my opinion. The pickup is an Air Blue dual pickup, and it's very simple to use. It has 2 dials, volume and mic control, and it's unique because it's a Class A circuit, so it's said to deliver low distortion, low noise, can really pick up the tone. But it is powered by a button battery, so it is an active pickup. You will need a CR2032 coin battery to power it. Now, looking at the overall design, if you look at their ukuleles, I really would like to try the ukes that are in this shape too. I play the African solid mahogany uke. This is a solid mahogany guitar. As I'm speaking though, I can hear the vibrations coming off the top of the instrument. This thing roars. Can't go any further than that because otherwise I get a copyright strike. all the way up, down the neck. Intonation is beautiful, projection is beautiful. Sometimes when you get to the upper part of the neck of an instrument, that's where tone goes to die. Not with this one. Oh, just gorgeous. Now the solid mahogany has just an incredibly rich tone. Like I'm playing this and the body is smaller than that of my other guitars that are full dreadnought size. I have a full dreadnought Martin with a solid top spruce, and I also have a Guild made of solid mahogany. This thing, for being a bit more on the petite size because it is a travel guitar, considered to be a travel-sized guitar, so it has a smaller body. It has a beautiful, rich tone. I don't feel like it takes away, the size of it takes away from the tone of the instrument at all. It's gorgeous. I love it. And the design is just really cool. I mean, you have this kind of cutaway right here, natural cutaway, versus having this completely rounded out. See that this is not symmetrical with this figure eight body shape, or the traditional figure eight body shape, and the sound hole is here. I think that's really interesting. You do have to consider that this is a travel-sized guitar. Just to kind of get a gauge as to how big this is, I am barely 5 feet tall, and I'm very petite. So with this guitar, this actually may look like a full-size dreadnought on me. For this, just to get a gauge as to how big this instrument is, look at the dimensions, measure them out, and then maybe perhaps decide whether this guitar would be the right one for you. Sometimes the camera and the angles can be a little bit deceptive. I just have to note that. So some features that I really do enjoy about this guitar is that it has a matte finish. I really enjoy that for filming because I feel like when I'm filming, the lights don't hit the guitar. It's not blinding or causing some weird reflections. That's just a filming thing. I do also like the fact that it is a nice, well, I would say this is a satin finish, not a matte finish, so to speak. But I like the fact that if I touch it, you're not going to see a lot of fingerprints on it. It's just going to stay a little cleaner as you play. That's totally fine with me. Glossy has its place. Satin matte finish also has its place. For me, it's just one less thing to worry about. Yes, you still want to wipe down your guitar after you play it and make sure that you get the oils and the dirt off of it because you don't want to damage the Tonewood. But for me, it's just really nice that I can put my hand here, lift it, and you don't see fingerprints. Speaking of satin and matte finish, I really love the neck. It feels just gorgeous. Feels like satin. It really does. Transitioning from the lower part of the neck to the upper part of the neck, I have zero problems. And I just feel like my hands just don't stick at all. Some people don't mind a glossy finish on the neck. I prefer a satin to matte finish on the back of the neck. I just feel like the transitions are just so much more smooth if it is done, if it doesn't have a glossy finish. So I really like that touch. I think the solid mahogany is absolutely gorgeous in tone, and the actual Tonewood. I also like that the binding is gorgeous. It's just bound so beautifully, finished so well. You know, sometimes you get a guitar and you look at it and you're like, all right, yeah, that's cool. And then you look at some of the finishes and something seems maybe a little bit rushed, or maybe you look and you see maybe some dings, some scratches, or some places where it just looked like, yeah, hurry up, we got to get these produced as fast as you possibly can. With this, I'm looking at this, every single edge is so incredibly smooth and rounded. It looks just well finished, well bound. I don't see, I can't find anything wrong with it, you know, and I'm really inspecting these things. I see a lot of gear passes my way. And to be able to look at everything, look at the binding, the finishings of everything, I'm really impressed with the construction of this instrument. One thing that I would like to change for my personal preference are the strings. The gauge of the strings are really not bad at all. I think that they're really nice, but I prefer something just slightly lighter, just a touch lighter. I use Elixir strings. I've been using those for years. I'm open to other strings as well, but it's just, there's something about the Elixir with the polymer coating over it that just makes things a little bit smooth, or I just really enjoy how my fingers glide across the fretboard with those types of strings. So I may restring this, but the factory strings that it has come with are really, they're nice, they're decent. My personal preference would be something just a little bit lighter and with that polymer coating. I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about the overall tone of the instrument, the look of the instrument, and price? That also plays a huge part in what you value as a consumer. Your opinion really matters. The conversation in the comments section is my favorite part of YouTube because I get to interact with you and I get to learn from you. So I hope to hear from you soon, and I will see you soon. Bye. Following FTC guidelines, this guitar was sent to me, but this video is not sponsored. The link in the description box below to this guitar is affiliated. There is also a coupon code to save you 10%. That is an affiliate code where that percentage can go back to supporting my channel. So thank you so much for your support, and thank you to aNueNue for sending me this guitar. All right, that's my FTC guideline. All right, have a great day. Bye.